This video is sponsored by Opera GX. Hey there, I'm Aki and here are 8 more types of Subnautica players. If you want to watch the first video, it's on the screen right now. Now, if you're part of any of these categories, let me know in the comments down below. I'm curious how you play the game. Just before we start, let's talk about the sponsor. I know, don't click away just yet, this one is really cool. A lot of browsers today have really bad performance problems and are just loaded with unnecessary features. Opera GX is not. It's made specifically for gamers, so you have everything you could ask for. Most importantly, GX control. Most browsers slow your PC a lot, so having them open while playing games is not nice. Trust me, it's even worse while streaming. With GX control, you can control exactly how much CPU or RAM your browser can use to make sure your game takes priority. You can even limit the bandwidth to make sure your game gets all the internet speed it needs. There's also a lot of integrated apps in the browser itself. Not only Twitch, Discord, and a bunch of other messengers you can use directly from the sidebar to get notifications when someone goes live or you get a message, but also Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube Music. And if you want to listen to something else in the browser, the music automatically pauses until you're done. And that's not even it yet, I told you it's cool. Now the best things are the designs. You can make the browser look exactly like you want it to. Even if you don't like any of the pre-made themes, you can make your own from scratch. And they even work with Razer Chroma. The browser also has a built-in VPN for free for anyone that doesn't like being watched. So go ahead and see if you like it. You can download it for free from the description down below and make sure to let me know what you think about it because, like, honestly, I think this is really cool. Now, back to the video. Let's start with the builder. This player is all about bases. Be it in creative mode or survival, they always try to make the biggest and coolest bases possible. Though in survival it usually takes a long time, because getting all those resources is not easy. I think I am definitely part of this group, but mostly in creative. I can get lost in Subnautica while trying to design and build a cool base, and before I know it, 5 hours have gone by. Also, yes, I only spent like 5 minutes on this base, this is not a good example. And yes, I built the Cyclops dock too small. Shut up. Next up is the scanner. No, not the tool, the player. But the tool is very important for this group. Whenever they see that little icon pop up in the bottom right, they have to scan it. No matter if it's a plant, a fish, or a leviathan. Though the latter one is probably not a good idea. As you can imagine, these people often get into trouble. And yeah, you guessed it, I'm also part of this group. Definitely did not help me when I had to scan a gargantuan leviathan. Hi. Okay. Tourist loves just taking their Seamoth or Cyclops for a ride to look at the beauty of Subnautica. They love just visiting all biomes and enjoying the scenery, and often take screenshots to put up in their bases later. Of course, the occasional stray Reaper might ruin that, but they try their best to avoid those. If you see their bases, they are full of picture frames to make sure everyone knows where they've been. To be honest though, Subnautica is absolutely beautiful and I can definitely see the appeal behind this. Even the scarier areas like the Lost River with all the skeletons and dangers, or the Blood Cap with literal blood-sucking spiders look gorgeous. Also kind of terrifying though. The cheetah, however, can't deal with terrifying. They just don't want to spend time to collect resources, and they can't keep their fingers off of the console. Be it a quick invulnerability cheat so they don't die, giving themselves infinite amount of resources so they can build a base, quickly cheating in a sea glide, or just spawning creatures for fun, they always cheat. If they want to get to the Lost River, instead of just taking their Seamoth down there, they just type biome Lost River into the console. They also are pretty fast at the game, but then again, it's not really a challenge if you can warp all over the place. Hardcore heroes are crazy. They think Subnautica isn't scary and hard enough already, and actually kinda boring. So why not spice it up by not being able to die? If you do, your save gets deleted. Yeah, I don't understand these people, but it's definitely a challenge and I have massive respect for them. I definitely couldn't do this. I die all the time and wouldn't even last 10 minutes. Knowing me, I would probably die in the burning life pod at the start of the game. The vegans, well, are vegan. They don't like eating fish, or any meat for that matter. Instead, they usually head straight for the floating island to get their hands on those delicious melons, potatoes, and fruits. Of course, they also eat nutrient blocks, but you don't get a lot of those. For them, fish are friends, not food.
Fish are friends, not food.
If you ask me, that just makes the game unnecessarily complicated, but hey, you do you. The GAMEBREAKERs don't know how they do it. They just somehow always end up breaking Subnautica. Either they just fall through the map with the prawn suit, or somehow get ghost sea moths, like me on my last stream. Yeah, I have no idea how I did this, but somehow I always break the game. I'm definitely part of this group. Some other bugs this player might encounter are random creatures in their base. I have no idea how the stalker got in here. Missing water, or whatever this is. And last but not least, the creative camper. This player just can't be bothered with oxygen, food, getting attacked by random crash fish, or having to deal with flooding a base. They just want to enjoy building bases, enjoying the environment, and maybe killing a few leviathans without being at risk. This player also likes to mess around with commands, but unlike the cheater, they don't do it in survival mode. Playing in creative mode is of course way more relaxing, because you don't have to worry about being attacked every time you leave your base. And you can also just spawn 500 peepers in your base, because why not? And those were 8 more types of Subnautica players. If there are any others I didn't mention, let me know in the comments down below, because I really couldn't think of any others, so that means you're smarter than me. Congrats. Huge shout out to my Aki code leaders on YouTube and Patreon: Blink, Cyber Tacos, Fauna, Ripe Cucumber, Tony House, and Wynog. Thank you so much for your support. I hope you enjoy your special perks. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time. Goodbye!